competing. It's not what you get from giving of yourself to others so you can achieve a common goal. It's just not what it is. So when I see stories like this, it's what I love about sports. It's how it brings people together. It ends the divisiveness and the things that makes us different. Because on that point, we're all the same. We're doing the same thing. So I love this. I'm definitely going to be watching for them during the opening ceremony Friday night. I hope the crowd there in Brazil gives them an ovation like every other country that will be there and have fans representing them. I hope they understand the magnitude and the heart and the bravery that these athletes are competing with to come together as individuals without a home, without a country. They're not grounded anywhere. They were at one point, like all of us. But now, because of sports, they've come together as this new team that gets to be together and represent themselves. And that's awesome. That's awesome to me. That's the good. That's definitely the good. All right, the bad. The bad, man, do you guys play this Pokemon Go? Do your kids play this Pokemon Go? Are you out there? Are you one of these people walking around looking at your phone trying to catch Pokemon? Are you the people out there driving into cars and walking into streets and trees and driving into cops? Are you the fools that are driving around mugging people for their cell phones because they're playing a game and you're an idiot who thinks, oh, this is a great idea. I'll go get their cell phones. I'm so sick of Pokemon Go and Pokemon Go stories. And unfortunately, there's 2 of them coming out of Detroit this week. Larry Warford, offensive guard for the Detroit Lions, has said he stopped playing Pokemon Go for fear of mind control. And in the story that Fox Sports' Brett Smiley ran, he says that he was down in Arizona, basically on campus in Tempe, and he was walking around playing the game, and for whatever reason he looked up and there was 30 or 40 people doing the same thing. And at that point he was like, whoa, this is weird. I got to stop doing this. Because it was, in his mind, in his description, mind control. It was basically everybody doing the same thing, walking around, looking like zombies, I guess. And then another story pops up. Matthew Stafford today came out. He is disappointed in how many Detroit Lions are playing this game. Now, I'm hoping they're playing this game because they have kids or, lost a bet. And don't get me wrong. I admit it. I downloaded the app. I opened it. Then I looked at what it was and said, no, I'm not going to walk around on my phone trying to swipe an imaginary ball at an imaginary character that's not there so I can move around. I can go on a great walk and enjoy nature if I want to go for a walk. I can enjoy the sights. Check out the architecture of the different houses. Make it a jog. Turn it into a sporting event, a competition. I can do all kinds of things that are active and still get outside that's not Pokemon Go. So to everybody out there who's playing it, I'm sorry. I thought this was a fad. No, I'm not sorry at all. I thought it was a fad. I thought it'd be gone by now. And I'm kind of really just sick of it. All right, the ugly this week. The ugly this week is definitely got to be the Dallas Cowboys. Altogether, things down there in Dallas just can't get any better. They just seem to be getting worse and worse and worse. Every week we got a new story. We got new stories coming out now. We got new injuries coming out now. A couple weeks ago, I talked to you guys about the guys that are going to be missing from the front 7 for the Cowboys for at least the first 4 games. And one of those guys was Rolando McClain. Well, it's now being reported that Rolando McClain has been suspended for those 10 games of the substance abuse policy for drinking the purple drink. The purple drank, that cough syrup and codeine, or the grape Kool-Aid and codeine, however you mix it up. I personally don't drink it, so I don't know. But it's a popular thing among partiers and down in the South, among college kids, among the hip hop community. I don't hear much of it up here locally. I know I'm not naive to think that it's not happening or that people aren't, doing that or enjoying it for themselves. But not something I would get into, especially not as an athlete. Not something that's really for me. I don't understand the lure of it of, just feeling like you're out of your mind on cough medicine. Even if it is prescription strength and stronger. I mean, whatever. It's just not for me. Ugly situation for the Cowboys, but then it gets uglier. And they're, a guy who's vying for their backup role, if not going to be their backup, in Kellen Moore, former Detroit Lions third-string guy. And, maybe he only ends up being a third-string guy for the Cowboys. But he goes down in practice with a break in his leg near the ankle that at first looked like he could possibly be out for the entire season. Now they're reporting 3 or 4 months, so I guess that means he would be eligible to play at Christmas, January, the playoffs. I mean, it's not like he's the starter who's going to come back and do something. So most likely he's out for the season. I don't understand why they would bring him back at that point. Just go ahead and put him on your medical list out for the season and bring somebody else in that can maybe help save your season because it's just looking ugly for the Cowboys. The video that came out of Des Bryant this week missing all the catches, and at the same time you got the video of the Packers doing the man-hand drill, and none of them miss a catch from 8 inches off the same machine that he's missing catch after catch off of. So it's just it's not looking good for Jerry Jones and the boys down there in Dallas. And y'all know what time it is. It's time for us to get real. All right, let's get real about something real quick. I want to talk about uniforms. There's always some stories going on about uniforms. There's the excitement coming up about the color rush uniforms this year in the NFL. There's the unveiling of the Jumpman Nike uniforms from Michigan that just came out. There's Nike's influence all over the University of Oregon and the Pac-12 and all kinds of stuff they're doing with multiple looks and multiple jerseys. And as far as I'm concerned, if I'm a college kid, I think that's awesome. I love the opportunity to not only represent my team, but do it in a way that looks cool and new. I don't know that I would go as far as CU's white uniforms that they wore this year. That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. The colors are black and gold. Play on the theme. If you want to add in some white, great. But a whole white uniform, I didn't really get that for CU. I mean, it looked all right. I just didn't get it for the team, right? You got to follow tradition somewhat. You got to follow what's already been there, the color scheme somehow. Do what the university has. Make it better. I mean, you look at University of Oregon, the Ducks. At one point, they had over 1,500 jersey pant uniform combinations. Now, would they ever wear that many? No, but based on the different items that they had, they could make over 1,500 different combinations. Now, that's kind of cool. It's kind of silly at the same time. It's hard for fans to have that unity and have that same look. But at that point, you're not making it about the fans. You're making it about the team. And some of these teams even let the players go ahead and vote on it. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. And it's something I was thinking about. What if that crossed over a little bit more to other sports? The Avalanche this year had a different sweater for their outdoor game. And that sweater was awesome. I love that sweater. I think it was better than the sweaters they wear for most of their regular season games anyway. There's always the throwback jerseys in the NFL or the T-shirt jerseys they added in the NBA. And now they're selling ad space on jerseys. I don't know if I would go to as far as to say I like ad space on jerseys, but I do enjoy different uniforms. I do enjoy when the teams go throwback. I'm excited to see the color rush uniforms this year in the NFL. The T-shirt jerseys in the NBA, I'm not that big of a fan of. When the NHL does their different jerseys, some of them are hits, some of them are not. But face it, I mean, like any sport. Soccer's got so many different jerseys, it's hard for me to keep track of if it's a country, a club, a MLS team, Euro. Soccer's amazing with how many jerseys and teams there are. So, to everybody out there who's a naysayer about it, look, buy the one you like. Represent your team your way, okay? Get off of it. Let everybody do their thing. Let the companies make their money. Remember, the United States is a capitalist society. That's what we do. So let everybody do their thing. Represent your team. Have some love. And, just enjoy sports, right? It's a uniform. We're talking about uniforms. Enjoy them. All right, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Let everybody know that starting this Sunday, August 7th, there will be a new schedule for the show. Check it out on speakerradio.com or speaker.com on my page, Real Deal Sports Talk with KP. Check it out on the Facebook page. But starting Sunday, August 7th, I will be on Sunday at 7, Wednesday at 7, and Saturday at 9 a.m. So that's 7, 7, and 9 a.m., Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday. We're going to boost it up a little bit for the football season with the Olympics going on and things like that. So good looking out. Thanks for tuning in. Send me more comments. I love chatting with you guys. I love hearing about what kind of topics you guys want to hear. Check out thedirtcounting.com. And until next time, everybody, be real.